Gamers, what's up, gamers? I'm back. Welcome. I'm gonna be talking today about Donkey Kong Country Bonanza, or not country. It's just Donkey Kong Bonanza. I'm so used to talking about Donkey Kong Country because Donkey Kong Country is a masterpiece. You haven't played any of those games. Those are some of the best games you can probably play. I'd highly recommend it. They're all extremely good. Donkey Kong 64, I haven't fully played through yet, but it looks pretty fun. And yeah, no, this isn't going to be really a review. I just kind of want to talk about the discourse I've seen surrounding this game. People getting mad that it's getting higher review scores than Expedition 33, which is, yeah, I guess we're going to talk about it here. I'm going to give a brief kind of review based on probably like 10 hours of gameplay or so. Because I haven't fully completed the game yet. I am like probably like halfway through it, but I do just want to talk about it, just talk about the discourse surrounding it. And I've played enough now to know that this is a game I am very much going to like all the way through. I know for sure. I mean, I highly doubt there's going to be a big fucking like downhill slope it just hits and it just gets terrible. I really can't imagine that happening because this is a quality fucking game, boys. I saw the reviews for this and I was skeptical. I was like, 10 out of 10. I've been excited. I even pre-ordered this game, one of the few games that I pre-ordered. But I saw 10 out of 10s everywhere, and I was like, Donkey Kong doesn't really usually get those. That's usually for like Mario and Zelda are the only series that really get all the 10 out of 10s. Never really seen a Donkey Kong game get a 10 out of 10 before, but I saw that review and I pre-ordered the game, so I went whenever GameStop opened the day it came out, and I picked it up. I've been playing it, boys. Absolutely, they were not lying. Now, is it a 10 for me? Probably not right now. I don't think it's really good. A 10 out of 10 is like that's like a part of me. I can't really just be giving that to every game. But I will say it's probably quality-wise, comparable to something like Mario 64. I mean, I really do mean this. Mario 64 is one of the best games ever made. Donkey Kong Bonanza is I don't know if it's quite as good as that. I think I love Astrobot too. I think Astrobot's up there. Donkey Kong Bonanza might be in that same league though. I mean, it is a quality fucking game. I definitely do like it more than Super Mario Odyssey, which is crazy. Super Mario Odyssey, another great game, made by the same studio apparently, within Nintendo, and it really does show because this is actually, believe it or not, a prequel to Mario Odyssey, which I didn't really expect. I just kind of thought it was going to be, loosely in the universe. I didn't think it'd be a full-on fucking prequel, but it is. You play as Donkey Kong, who, we see right now is dancing, and Pauline. Now, what you can do is you can put on the black Donkey Kong skin, the black fur. You can play as Carmelo Anthony Kong. I've been doing that a little bit in my playthrough, and it's been a whole lot of fun, boys. I tell you, this game has probably some of the single best level design I have really ever seen in a platformer. It is extremely fun. All of it's destructible. It's great. And, I know for sure I'm going to see some of these people, some of these subhumans, YouTube reviewers. I've probably mentioned them in the past before. They're going to come out, they just can't really see critical on any game, other than there's something small little thing nitpicked, black pilled, everything's bad now, or they're going to be like, well, the reasons why you shouldn't buy Donkey Kong Bonanza. I've already seen fucking Dreamcast guy, what a retard. I've already seen Dreamcast guy's video, why I regret buying Donkey Kong Bonanza, and it's like, all right, man, whatever. I'm gonna give you just straight up, I mean, I always try to be overly critical of games because I think that's important, but there's just straight up not a lot to criticize about this game. I think that, I'll get the only real issues out of the way. The camera sucks in some parts, but I mean, it's kind of hard for it to be. It would be kind of hard to design it to be good because you're literally breaking through the environment, So, I mean, that's forgivable. That's forgivable. That's forgivable. You know, it doesn't happen like extremely often. Another thing that's really kind of annoying is the frame rate drops, which, you know, I was expecting like Switch 2. I was expecting solid 60 for this game, but I don't know. I mean, it's a solid 60 like 98% of the time, but then you'll have like a 2% of the time where it's like, you know, you collect the gold or you hit something or something like that, and it's like, it just kind of shits itself. I'm not, you know what I mean? It's like, I don't know, the frame rate kind of gets bad for a couple seconds, and then it's fine, you know, instantly, but it is enough to be annoying, so I guess that's an issue. And I guess the only other real issue I have with this game is Pauline is kind of annoying. Pauline never really shuts up, and I think that some of the parts where she's talking is like the most cringe moments of the game. If you took out the moments where Pauline is talking, it wouldn't be, there would be like zero cringe. It's just like a really fun kind of game, and it's still fun regardless of that. But you know, I have to be on. I just have to be completely honest. That Pauline did get kind of annoying, low key, but it's. I mean, to be honest, I don't really think that's a big deal compared to everything else. She's not like annoying 100% of the time, but she does talk a lot, and I think some of the, you know, shit that she says is just kind of cringe sometimes. But other than that, I'm really like, I'm struggling here because I want to be critical of video games that I play. I am really just like kind of struggling to find anything that I dislike about this game. If you like 3D platformers, you'll probably just like this full stop. I mean, it's very different as a 3D platform because everything is actually destructible. It's not just some gimmick. I mean, it is literally ingrained in a lot of these levels. But then, you know, I had the concern that that's all the game was going to be. That was going to be the only gimmick, and that's absolutely not true. It's like Mario Odyssey with those kind of like big puzzles, and you know, you can get the bananas, which are like stars in this game. You can go around and get them, and they're not all just, you know, break things and then find them. There's actually some puzzle solving and shit involved. It's just beautiful, man. It's just so much fun. I really can't lie. It is pretty much just a perfect platformer, just gameplay wise. I just think it's so much fun. It has more depth than something like Astrobot for the most part, which, I mean, I will glaze the fuck out of Astrobot every single second of the day. I think Astrobot is like maybe like a top 10 game ever made for me. I mean, I love Astrobot. I've replayed it. I played the DLC. It just kind of is like a celebration of games. This is a lot more like, I guess, mechanically complex than something like Astrobot, but I don't know. They have completely different vibes. I think the reason I like Astrobot so much is just, you know, the vibe kind of fits what I like. But this isn't a fucking Astrobot review. I'm sorry. This is a Donkey Kong Bonanza review. I can confidently say this game, certified banger. Go out, if you have a Switch 2, go out and get it. If you love 3D platformers, you'll fucking love this game. It is just awesome. There's so little to not like about it. It's just extremely fun overall. I mean, I've sunk like 10 hours in. It's been out like maybe like less than 2 full days, which doesn't really happen a whole lot, you know, except like Death Stranding 2, which I guess I'll get to talking about real quick. Death Stranding 2 and Expedition 33, because I did saw like a post or something, and it was like, you know, people getting mad that the Funny Monkey is gonna win Game of the Year over Expedition 33 and Death Stranding. And I kind of looked at it, and I was just like, what a fucking retard. What a retarded comment to put on a video. Because Expedition 33, you know, I never reviewed it. I did review Death Stranding 2. I have fully beaten it. I've almost fully 100%, and I'm going for all the standard orders right now, and nothing's really changed. I have kind of noticed some flaws in the story. You know, I guess like my only real issues with Death Stranding 2, there's a couple of minor story complaints there that I have, but I mean, you know, the game itself, the gameplay is absolutely just like my thing. I love it. I think it's perfect. You know, all that shit. I'm not going to re-review Death Stranding 2. but I do think it's great. I think some of the weather effects, though, are a little underwhelming. I wish that they, I wish they happened more. I wish some of them weren't as scripted as they are, but, you know, other than that, I mean, I think Death Stranding 2 is probably my game of the year right now. I doubt anything will beat it because it's just Death Stranding, you know? I love it. But Expedition 33 I have never talked about on here before, and I want to real quick because I tried to play it, and I played through the first act. I mean, I won't give any story spoilers or anything. I won't even really talk about the story because, for the most part, I didn't think the story was very great. It was just kind of like average. I would say cliche a little bit, but it I don't know, man. I'm just thinking back to it. It was just like, yeah, it's all right. I didn't really feel anything for it. And to be honest with you, the main reason that I stopped playing Expedition 33 is because of the art style. If I have to be completely real with you, I hated the art style. I really did just dislike it. I thought it looked gross. I thought it looked kind of like Shrek. And, you know, I see people glazing it online. It's like one of the best looking games ever made. And the art style's fantastic. It's a 10. It's a fucking 10. I do not agree. I really do not like the art style of Expedition 33. You know, maybe I need to actually beat the full game and give it a try. Maybe I do. But from the few hours I played of it, I could not get past how much I just disliked the art style. I really didn't like it. And I wanted to talk about it because I've seen people mad that Donkey Kong Bonanza is scoring better on reviews than Expedition 33. You know, like that really matters. And I just want to say, yeah, Donkey Kong Bonanza is 100% a better game than Expedition 33. It's not even up for debate. If you don't like it, kiss my ass. I don't care. It's the truth. But Expedition 33... yeah, I guess I might as well have just talked about it a little bit because I didn't really talk about it when it came out. Wasn't a fan. I need to go back and just try it again, I guess, and, you know, maybe second time's a charm. But, yeah, I wanted to just make a video, tell you all to play this new Donkey Kong. It's a great game. And, yeah, I guess that's about it. I'll see you on the next one. Take care.